So 5 million views proving that there's proof that the FBI story is completely
Ladies and gentlemen,
false.
I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're going to have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this, but if you take nothing else away from this video, you need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself.
So you're not counting gang violence. Great.
Whoa.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there, and you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, a split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right, and there's blood splatter coming out of the entry wound immediately after a shot. The first arc is kind of down, as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward. That fluid then flips up in relation to that motion, so you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air. This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment, but let's just one more time look at this shot. You see, bullet comes in.
By the way, whilst we're looking at this, I've got another video for you guys that's completely blown up, which is showing how can the neck or his neck withhold such a bullet. But I don't want to ruin it. I'll show it at the end of this.
In that circled area, you have the blood splatter go down, then up, and then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced, and then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06, it's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head, and it exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most bullets to expand. I mean, 99.9% of bullets will not expand in that short distance. Most of them require 12 to 14 to 16 inches even sometimes of tissue to expand properly. Also, Charlie tensing up correlates and proves that he was hit in his spine. It's a spinal injury. Any of the game that I've shot in the neck or in the high vitals where you impact the spine, the game usually drops right in its tracks because you sever the spinal cord. This is again exactly what we see with Charlie. He tenses up. His head movement also correlates with being shot in the back of the head. His head snaps forward, and then he tenses up, and you see him fade away, drop the mic, and was absolutely traumatizing video footage. And I'm sorry to have to show you guys this again, but this needs to be seen and talked about because this is going to be suppressed in the algorithm. So make sure you share this with any of your friends, your family members.
So the video is not finished, but I'm going to show you guys this one.
Hunt out there and know exactly what a 30-06 round does to an elk skeleton or bone. We're not dumb. This ain't gonna work. This man of steel, his bone density. Let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about some things a 30-06 can do. From out to about 400 to 500 yards, a 30-06 can penetrate elk bone. Why is that significant? Elk bone is significantly more dense and strong than human bone. Why? Because elk get up to almost 1,000 pounds. And so the bone has to be extremely dense to carry that much weight. Now, let's compare it to human, okay? Well, for one, let's talk about where Charlie got shot. He got shot here in the carotid. If that did hit a vertebrae in his neck, let's understand that neck vertebrae is some of the most fragile bone in the human body because it's so flexible to handle what we do with our neck. So what they're telling you is a 30-06 round, which can blow through elk bone, was stopped by Charlie Kirk's neck, and a vertebrae. If you believe that, God bless your little heart. Now let's look at this actual ballistics test. All right, so we're going to watch a video from US Overwatch. He just put out this a day ago. Very good video. Let's check it out. I'll put his link in the pinned comment and description if you want to watch the whole video.
So our first shot will be a cold bore shot, and we will just see what kind of results we are able to duplicate.
All right, so he's got some very thick bone here across the strap of this dummy. Obviously, this would be far thicker and stronger than a human vertebrae in the neck. Let's see what this 30-06 rounds does to it. Wow.
Wow.
All right, from this angle, as you can see here. Huh.
Wow.
Not only does it go through that bone, it explodes the bone, blows through the dummy. Also, as we'll see here in a second, blows through the wall behind it.
Like we did kind of also think, the bone stood no chance against a 30 caliber round traveling at that high of a velocity. So now we're going to give it reset it back up and put the ballistic plate in front of it and see if we can't duplicate that shot as well.
Right now, he actually shoots a ballistic plate with 30-06 round. Destroys the plate.
Goodness me.
Second he's there, just rip the entire half of that plate off. So there you go, guys. You just saw, I mean, right there for you, 30-06 round. Damage it's going to do, went through way bigger bone than a vertebrae, through the dummy, through the wall. Blew the entire top section of that ballistic plate off. But Charlie Kirk's neck, flesh and a little vertebrae, stopped that round. You know how many...
So let's get back to this video.
Save this video, whatever
Let
you
me
do.
know your thoughts in the
so
comment
this video was
section.
actually
Like the video,
provided to the
here.
channel by a friend of mine who is a Marine, and I forgot to show you the end of the video here. So this is my friend who actually made the video. I want to just give me any I'm talking about from the entry wound, and you can see it slowed down. This guy in this video is actually talking about the F and this on his shirt and the ring, some other stuff that...
So basically the guy was talking about the F disappearing and the ring flipping places. So going from the, I believe, the married, like where you know, where you place it to get married, and then it flips onto the other, no, it flips onto the pinky, I believe, which is like what kind of a ring just jumps places because, you know, there's motion, and now the ring just swaps places. Basically saying it's AI, because how can the F disappear from your shirt and then the ring jump places? So it's a glitch essentially, right? Hologram. That's what it was.
Really has nothing to do with it. People are arguing about body armor. You could see Charlie's, you know, his nipples through his shirt, his chest, his breasts through his shirt.
So no body
but
armor
you can see that he has no body armor on right here. Okay.
And people were mentioning this as well, by the way. The black thing. You see that above on his neck, that black thing there. People was like, what was that? Potentially something that was, and then that went this way in this direction. I don't know. Everything is just off.
This would all be one slick piece of plate. It's already been established there's no body armor, so this is actual proof right here. He slowed this video down perfect. You see the blood right here dripping out of his head from the entry wound, and the bullet is coming from here down through here. Okay? Hit play. And there it goes. So again, I wanted to confirm the footage I had seen originally was not...
So hold on. People were also saying, what is that thing, that black thing, as I was saying earlier, because it's traveling. It goes from like here. See that black thing above the F? Okay. It goes from there to like jumping almost towards his neck.
So again, I wanted to confirm from the footage I had seen originally,
what's that?
Was not, in fact, doctored in any way. So you can see it here as well, a little piece down there, and it actually goes up a little bit off frame here from my screen recording. So you can see clearly.
Wait, you see oh my days, this is so weird. So the black thing disappeared. The black thing, the black dot, as you guys can see right there, it disappears and comes off of his shirt and goes to his neck.
Doctored in any way. So you can see it here as well, a little piece down there, and it actually goes up a little bit off frame here from my screen recording. So you can see clearly.
See, it's no longer on his shirt.
Entry, exit, then, you know, of course, the part we can't show here on YouTube. So irrefutable evidence that he was shot in the back of the head. Clear as day to me. Now that may be a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow, and without doubt, the non-player characters who just buy into the narrative, as well as the thousands and hundreds of thousands of bots.
Now watch carefully as he's delivering the speech. You see the black thing that I was talking about, which seems to be, people are saying, some form of a device, which when it happened, it shot all the way up to his neck. And people are basically saying, some people are saying that this is false. It was a setup to begin with. Look at that device. He'll even touch it. You see? He ends up touching it. Supposedly, not me, but from what people are saying, supposedly, you know, it was some form of a planned thing. I don't know, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think all of this was planned? It wasn't. You're going to see again. He's going to touch it. And being a YouTuber, I initially just thought it's a mic, a wireless mic. But then on the video that I just showed you, you see it jump all the way to where the entry wound is from what we thought initially. There are also people who are saying this. From this angle, if you look, you see the moment it happens, this whatever this device is, it flashes and it aligns with the actual gunshot. So yeah, I'm gonna angle it this way. You see that? Boom. Because I don't want his face to be shown, but that's when it takes place basically. You see that? Boom. And then yeah, I'm purposely hiding it because I don't want to show everything just because we're on YouTube, right? So that, you see, I've circled it right there. You can see it happens the exact moment. Boom. Doof. And then that thing flashes at the exact same moment. So there's a bunch of conspiracies that's going around that are going around, including even this symbol right here, which biblically says, it describes Satan falling from the sky as lightning. And this symbol has never appeared on any of these tents that they've ever used for this wrong something USA, whatever, the company that was hosting this. They've never had this symbol above anything. And then this symbol, if you actually look at it, it's almost as if it's pointing and directing towards the neck or towards the area. It's almost directing towards, pointing and directing towards, wait, if we zoom out, there we go. The symbol is almost pointing towards the position. But anyways, some people might think I might be reaching. Some people might be, they've seen the video, they might say you're actually not. But I don't know. You let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Usually we cover finances on this video, but I found this way too odd because things like this can affect our finances as well. The sway, which way, the left, the right, which way the pendulum swings. So I don't know, but all I can say is this is very dodgy and this is very weird. You let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video whilst you're there. And we're seeking the truth. That's basically why we're making these videos. We're seeking for truth. God bless. I'll catch you in the next one.